Greetings, future enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the heart of orchards, where a symphony of colors, flavors, and health awaits. From the crisp bite of a red delicious to the sweet embrace of a Fuji, each apple is a story crafted by Mother Nature herself. But our journey goes deeper, exploring the nutritional brilliance, cultural significance, and breathtaking landscapes where apples thrive. Whether you're a seasoned apple lover or just starting to uncover the magic, this journey promises a sensory feast. Enchanting colors, tales of growth in every size, and flavors that dance like a melody on your taste buds. In this episode, we'll uncover nutritional wonders, explore health benefits, and travel the globe to witness diverse orchards cultivating these treasures. So, future explorers, hit subscribe, like if you're ready for the adventure, and let's dive into the extraordinary universe of apples together. This is the future, where curiosity meets discovery. History and domestication. Malus species are native to the temperate zones of both hemispheres. The domesticated apple is supposed to have originated from a wild apple, M. sieversii, in Central Asia's Tian Shan Mountains between 4,000 and 10,000 years ago. It then moved to Western Europe along the Silk Road and hybridized with a variety of wild crab apples, including M. baccata from Siberia, M. orientalis from the Caucasus, and M. sylvestris, the primary-secondary genetic contribution from other regions of Europe. Over the decades, better choices have been made, and unique kinds were identified more than 2,000 years ago. Hundreds of types were known in Europe prior to the arrival of the Americas. As colonial settlement spread across North America, seedling apple varieties were distributed, first by Native Americans and trappers and later by settlers and itinerants who became local legends, the most well-known of whom was Johnny Appleseed, John Chapman, a professional nurseryman who planted apple trees extensively in Ohio and Indiana. In the first quarter of the 21st century, China, the United States, and Turkey were the world's leading apple producers. Physical description. Apple trees are typically modest trees, and for smaller, less vigorous plants, a particular type can be grafted onto rootstocks that are dwarfing or semi-dwarfing. A tree growing on standard, seedling, rootstock will commonly grow to a height of 30 feet, 9 meters, if left unpruned, with a similarly big crown diameter. Typically, the bark is rough and dark. Simple leaves typically have fine teeth along their borders and have an oval form. 5 dazzling white petals, frequently with a pink tint, and an abundance of stamens adorn apple blossoms. Bees and other insects pollinate the flowers, and cross-pollination is necessary for fertilization in the majority of types. The ripening ovary and surrounding tissue of the apple become fleshy and edible, making the apple itself a poem, fleshy, fruit. When harvested, apples are typically spherical, 4 to 5 centimeters, 2 to 4 inches, in diameter, and a shade of red, green, or yellow. Depending on the variety, there are thousands. Apples can differ in size, shape, and acidity. There are 3 main categories of apple types: 1. Cider varieties, 2. Cooking variations, and 3. Dessert varieties. These categories are not mutually exclusive and emphasize different aspects such as color, size, aroma, smoothness, crispness, and tang. Numerous types have extremely little tannin, very little acidity, and a relatively high sugar content. Popular dessert cultivars in the U.S. include Granny Smith, Golden Delicious, Red Delicious, Honeycrisp, and Gala. While apple cultivars that ripen in late autumn can be preserved for up to a year, those that ripen in late summer are usually of inferior quality. Temperatures that are only marginally above the fruit's freezing point are often ideal for long-term storage. Apples can also be kept in controlled atmospheres or in inert gases for storage. Cultivation. Because apples need a long winter, they grow best in regions with a distinct winter season, which is often between latitudes 30 degrees and 60 degrees in both the north and the south. Apple growth is restricted in the north by a short growing season and cold winters. Apple trees need well-drained soils. If the yield isn't high enough, fertilizers can be applied. On freezing spring nights, when blossoms or young fruit would be killed by exposure to cold, rolling hilltops or the sloping slopes of hills are desired because they provide air drainage, allowing the colder, heavier air to drain away to the valley below. Desired variety scions are usually grafted onto sturdy nursery seedlings at approximately 18 months of age. Orchard planting occurs a year or two later. Protection from pests and competing vegetation may be the only management during the 6 to 8 years until a significant apple yield is established. Pruning must be done with great care, though, especially in the first 5 years, to ensure that the major scaffold branches are evenly spaced along the trunk and to avoid the development of weak crotches that can break under heavy fruit loads. Mature trees require a strict spraying schedule to keep young fruit thinning, prevent disease and insect infestation, guard against pests and delays in spring development, and reduce the amount of maturing fruit that falls in the fall. As our journey through the symphony of apples comes to a close, we hope you've been captivated by the artistry, flavors, and stories hidden within these orchard treasures. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to subscribe, like, and join us for future explorations. Until next time, this is the future, where the wonders of nature unfold. Stay enchanted, stay curious.